So hi, this is AOA General of Outlaw Legends Gaming Network. I am going to show you a replay from a stream game that happened on May 2nd of 2016. And this is me, AOA General versus 5 Aces on this particular game. Now this isn't in the first player retrospect that I usually do in this one right here, mainly because this has a lot of information in the game that can easily be missed. I kind of reviewed it myself compared to when I was looking at it originally, and there's quite a few hidden techniques in this thing. So as you can see, I'm bringing my buggy in and just sniping off as much of the infantry as I can. Theoretically, I should have looked for this barracks, because as you can see, I didn't scout much right here, so that definitely could have been handled a little bit differently. And 5 Aces is moving his engineers down to take this oil derrick right here, and so on. So now it's just a little bit of cat and mouse. Bring this guy back to my base. Now, the point behind this video is to kind of show you a counter against air units. 5 Aces is really good with air units right here, so we're going to talk a little bit about that in this replay here. So as you can see, he's taken both of the oil derricks himself. These generate 15 per tick. He's still off of 1 refinery, but so am I. And then he brings those guys out right here for a little bit of scouting run. Now, essentially what I'm doing here is I'm massing up the buggies. You might be thinking I'm going to be doing the cell trick with my production right here, but that's not actually my plan. I'm actually just going to keep all my refineries right here. I go 1, 2, and 3 right here to try and get an econ lead ahead of them. Send my bikes out this way, snipe this guy out, and there we go. The prime focus in this game that I was going for was minimizing his unit count and keeping him into his area, make him feel unsafe from leaving his base until he got his air units up. 5 Aces likes his air units quite a lot. He likes to see what's going on and what's going on in the battlefield, and then figure out, okay, well, I can move here and make my attacks, then I can move here and make my attacks. So as you can see, I'm pushing in with these buggies right here. They're not going to do any real damage, but I reduced all of his own buggies right here, so he's only got infantry. Do the dance around track right here, try to get as much infantry killed as I can. Snipe out the E3s, or the rocket infantry, there we go. He's got a buggy, I snipe that out real quick, and push out of the base. Just push out, and then retreat back. So as you can see, he's still on one refinery, I'm now on 3. He does have the oil derricks though, but they are 15 a tick at a time. So I think the calculation I saw on in chat was, the calculation is every 1 minute is about 450, which is a little bit below half a harvester load. So I might actually be looking into buffing these oil derricks just a little bit, make them more worth it. But that's musing for another time. So as you can see, he's now got a second harvester going, and I'm getting a repair base so I can reuse my same units. Dancing around with the buggies right here, saying, okay, what does he have? Okay, he's got infantry, and I saw a buggy right here. So I can't see his second refinery right here, so I'm figuring, okay, well, he's got an airstrip, so he'll just build more harvesters. And 5 Aces here actually sees none of my base, which is a little bit surprising to say the least. But as mentioned, he likes to use his air units for all the scouting, which is also useful for pinning the player back and keeping him from moving out all over the place. As you can see, I'm massing up buggies right here, moving to the right side of the map now. Nope, he's got no base over there. Okay, cool. And then as you can see, he's got his forces right here. He's a little bit low on income. As you can see right here, a little bit of a steeple ahead. I've now got 4. 1 harvesting off of that side there. Buggy's coming up on the left side, kind of see what he's got. And here comes a little bit of information here. I'm actually not looking to do any damage on structures or looking to pick off any of the harvesters. I want to provoke him to bring his forces out and try to defend or attack. So I bring these buggies up top right here to try, hey, move these forces up this way. As you can see, I brought in my buggy to scout, okay, how much stuff does he have? Okay, I can take that on if he moves them out away from his base. So with that scouted, I bring this up here, up right here, move this forward right here, and then position my buggies right here. See, doing a little bit of the dance around, I'm kind of predicting, okay. And then as you can see, he can't quite see, but he can see this buggy right here. So I'm using bait is what I'm doing. Okay, I can see these infantry right here. I just gotta wait for him to move up to the top right here. So I see these moving a little bit. Whoa, pull back. He didn't quite move yet, and there he goes. Now he moves and then lunged right in. So you can see, focusing on the infantry, taking a lot of fire from this guard tower. I lost a lot of buggies, but he lost all of his infantry. And then keep the bikes up here to try to provoke a little bit more out. Now, unluckily, he didn't really notice this harvester until too late. I can see he tried to pull it back, but it had that... Harvesters have that weird mechanic. If you click on the Tiberian field, they won't move. You have to click on the open spot. So that happens. That is the only reason how I managed to snipe this thing. Now, of course, he's going to be able to defend this back now, but look at his forces. 4 minigunners. And what's his economy looking like right here? He's got 4 harvesters with mine. He's just now starting to catch up with me because he just got his 4th. He actually had 5 when I managed to snipe him out, so he could have been ahead. While on my side here, I'm getting light tanks out and some of the MSAMs. Because, as I mentioned, helicopters. He loves his helicopters. And I also managed to scout the helipad right here. Now, of course, I didn't get to see this, but it doesn't matter. Because I know exactly what he did. He did the air trick in the past 2 games, which I lost, by the way. So, after doing experimenting, I decided to do the full-fledged keep an eye on the area build, while preventing him from doing any sort of attack. So, of course, since he's balled up in his base, and he's got no forces, cool, I'll just go ahead and expand, because he can't do anything about it. And as you can see, 600, 1200... 1800, and my math skills are really terrible, but you get the point. Another turret right here, that's all money that could have been used otherwise. Snipe out the oil barracks. So he's got a bunch of defenses here, 2 defenses here. This is a lot of money used for defenses because of the attacks that I made. So with these defenses, you know, I can see that he's doing that, so now I'm just biding my time. It's like, okay, keep eyes on the entire map, keep him from doing anything. No expanding for you. As you can see, I'm massing up some flame infantry to deal with his infantry when he makes the attacks. Flame infantry also deal with buggies if he's not careful. Here comes the Apaches doing their scouting runs. Narrowly missing from the bikes right here. The Apaches are easily dodgeable from the bikes. The bikes can't quite catch these things. However, the MSAMs can, and he still hasn't seen what my base looks like, but he has the Apaches to deal with that. So he'll definitely be able to scout, but I'm still cranking out the MSAMs. So he'll come down here, see there's an MSAM here, I'm moving all my guys up to the north right here. Unfortunate for my bikes to have that happen. And he makes the smart move on picking off all my infantry right here. I scout to the right. Nope, nothing there. Okay, we'll camp over here. He continues to kill all my infantry off until I actually do something about it. There you go. MSAMs to the rescue. So he actually got a lot off right there. This is unfortunate. I'm not sure what happened here. Oh, there goes one. So I'm not sure what happened here, but I'm assuming that it decided to go the long route this way, or he was trying to mine from this blue right here. Because he needs money. He got himself a temple, which I don't think was the wisest choice, but I think he was just looking to kind of fit into his own base and just survive. As you can see, he's got his own forces right here. I hear the airstrike. I'm like, okay, I gotta move all my forces away because I don't know if the choppers see it or if he saw this right here. So he got some minimal damage right here. He makes the attack. I send in my airstrike. Mine's more lucky because RNG. And the attack ensues. So his helicopters are dancing around down here looking to find anything that he can pick off. This force has to retreat, and he manages to snipe out a tank. keeping the helicopters at bay. So as you can see, using MSAMs and not entirely just keep attacking the base, and hopefully he just buckles down. No. Let him build up, let him do his defenses and everything, but prevent him from expanding. Totally fine, because if he can't expand, and I have him pinned like this, obviously I can expand. Not a problem. So, he realizes that he needs to expand, so he moves this MCV out. Chopper's trying to do some more poke. Now here comes the bikes right here. He's got himself a stealth tank, but as mentioned, I keep checking the sides, and this is why. Bikes blocked his deployment. Out goes the MCV. Choppers take down a few of the bikes. I managed to snipe one out along with the stealth tank, and my forces here are still keeping them locked in. This is unfortunate. I need to pay more attention apparently. But you get the idea of what to do right here. And as you can see, I'm just building up this massive force and just letting him, just keeping him in that corner right there. Like, no, you can't leave from here. Chopper's looking around, trying to see if he can snipe anything out. Here comes the stealth tanks. Doing a little bit of scouting. Rocket guys. Oh, so damage. Chopper's looking to poke in a little bit, but no. Picked off another one right there. So, essentially, he's got a lot of these Apaches right here, but they can't do anything, because I have these right here. So, these are useless units right now. They're not being used. He has to rely on ground forces, which is all spent right here. There goes another one. Now, he's able to push in and snipe off a few of these, because these aren't into play, sure. But then I push these forward. Still have a few buggies to deal with the infantry right here. Always make sure to keep these alive, because he will try to pick those off. And these units go on a full retreat now. As you can see, more MSAMs right here, picks off another one, because he doesn't have eyes on the map, so he uses Apaches to do that. But if he's not careful, as you can see, they have quite a long range. Apache's coming in this way. Sees another MSAM, more forces coming up to reinvent this area right here, and there you go. He couldn't do anything. So essentially what you can do is, as I mentioned, try to box the enemy in, keep him from expanding, and do a lot of anti-air with infantry support and some of the lighter units. Recon bikes, the buggies, maybe a few light tanks here and there. If you're GDI, it's a little bit more difficult because the APCs have a shorter range, but they fire faster and are more precise with their hits. So mix APCs in with infantry and some medium tanks. Possibly a few Humvees as well. So, hopefully that was some good insight for you, and if you have any questions, leave me comments. I will do my best to answer any questions coming up. And this is AOA General of Outlaw Legends Gaming Network. Hope you enjoyed that.
Battle control terminated.